What's up everybody? Welcome back to Red Tech. I'm Clay, and today we're diving into Firmware 2.2 for the V-RAPTOR X platform. And yes, that includes the brand new V-RAPTOR XE. This update is packed with significant improvements. We're talking power performance, boot speed, media stability, virtual production workflows, Cine broadcast, and Red Connect integrations. And that ain't even it. Straight up, this firmware has something for every single use case our cameras are in. It's a pretty big update that's guaranteed to have something in it for you. So let's break down what that means for your real-world production. What's up with Firmware 2.2? In my opinion, it not only upgrades the V-RAPTOR platform, but refines its power profile, stability, and workflow responsiveness. 2.2 builds on previous Red V-RAPTOR firmware enhancements like variable ND control and fan management, but now we're advancing them further with deep systems level performance and reliability gains. One of the biggest behind the scenes upgrades, and the headline that I think is going to get the most attention, is optimized power draw and reduced boot times. Hey, I'll be the first one to say it, thank you. As far as power draw improvements, the Red engineering team has measured up to 5-watt reductions. This helps deliver longer battery life, more predictable battery usage, and is critical for long shooting days where every watt and watt hour counts. Here's something near and dear to my heart as well. Boot times are around 8 to 10 seconds faster on boot. That's you up and running faster when it matters. So, now you're up and running faster and you're running longer. So what about improvements to your overall shooting experience? First, in 2.1, we added the ability to smoothly control ND values, but this required an external controller like a wireless hand unit or Red Control Pro. Now, in 2.2, we've added 2 different interfaces to the DSMC3 7-inch that allows this fine level of control using just the touchscreen itself. This is huge for shooting in changing lighting conditions where seamless exposure adjustments are super critical. Also on the 7-inch display, we've added additional functionality that allows you to call up specific focus and exposure tool modes using the monitor's assignable buttons. Plus, you can set these buttons to virtually touch the side LCD's user page buttons. That means effectively, you have the ability to set any of the camera's assignable button functions to the monitor buttons. That's pretty slick. All right, to close out monitoring, we've improved the actual focus peaking algorithm to better highlight what is in peak focus and added the ability to send out test patterns or solid colors from the camera for onset calibration and confidence. That is looking good. Next, let's dive into some of the live broadcasting features that have been added. We've heard from a lot of our broadcast customers that while they're loving what they get out of the live switchers in HD or UHD over SDI, they want the ability to publish their final production after the fact in full beautiful 8K. That's cool, but it has one catch. When you're talking about 4, 8, or even more camera positions, that is a lot of data to wrangle. So, to streamline this process, we've introduced the ability for the camera to automatically start and stop recording based off of the external tally commands sent by the video switcher. So, when the camera gets a tally saying it's in the preview window, it can start pre-recording. And when it gets the program tally, it can start recording. And then, when the tally turns off, the recording stops. This means you'll only end up with the footage from the camera around the time it was on air. And you can relink those files in post for a full resolution export. And the hits keep on coming. We've got a huge update for Red Connect, which now supports our broadcast color pipeline and phantom track. This means that you can do things like live 4K 240p EVS super slow motion or even 8K live productions using our powerful broadcast color pipeline. Here at Red, we continue to lead the industry when it comes to enhancing what productions can accomplish with virtual production. This includes the exclusive Phantom Track feature on V-RAPTOR X and V-RAPTOR XL, allowing productions to capture final pixel and green screen simultaneously from a single V-RAPTOR X or XL while monitoring each Phantom Track independently. And now, with 2.2, we're dropping our discrete Phantom Track feature. with increased flexibility, allowing for discrete shutter speeds and variable timing between those two tracks. Previously, the shutter speeds had to match. This new feature allows for fine-tuning of the LED volume's timing and phases to improve the on-set experience of using Phantom Track. Previously, when you'd want to turn on Phantom Track, if you had your shutter speed set at 180 degrees, then Phantom Track 1 was at 180 and Phantom Track 2 was at 180. And as Red does, we listen to feedback from our partners and processor companies like Brompton and Megapixel that collectively we could actually improve the on-set experience of these frame remapping processes if we were able to be a little bit more flexible. So here you go, discrete Phantom Track options. We now have the ability to set the first track to 180 and the second track to 90, which is super cool for those of us who don't like having seizures on set. Color workflows get a refinement as well for both cinema and broadcast users. Firmware 2.2 improves the broadcast-ready stability and deepens Red Connect integration, enabling smoother live R3D output and remote coloration workflows. All right, we've come to our final topic, calibration accuracy. Firmware 2.2 now includes built-in test patterns, a super valuable tool for on-set reference, display alignment, and color calibration checks. These patterns simplify in-camera or monitor verification of workflows without needing any external hardware. Firmware 2.2 brings meaningful upgrades that support power efficiency, system stability, and real-world production workflows. From narrative sets all the way down to broadcast and virtual production stages, be sure to update your V-RAPTOR XE, X, and XLX to get all these goods for yourself. Okay. One last quick mention, as of early 2026, trade-in paths are back and now including more cameras, so hell yeah. All right, that's it. Now get out there and create something.